Nam-myoho-renge-kyo, and good day to you. We're reading Welcome to Nichiren Buddhism, your questions answered. So we're on to chapter 5, and today's chapter is all about on enlightenment and Buddhahood. So here's the first question. What does enlightenment mean in Nichiren Buddhism? In Nichiren Buddhism, enlightenment means manifesting the life condition of Buddhahood. The general perception is that enlightenment can only be obtained by saints and sages, and that too only after death. It is also presumed to be a state that is extremely difficult to achieve, involving austerities practiced over many lifetimes. This view was completely overturned in the Lotus Sutra, Shakyamuni's ultimate teaching on which Nichiren Daishonin's Buddhism is based. So we'll get to that. But anyway, according to the Lotus Sutras, all people, without exception, are inherently Buddhas and have the practical and the potential to attain Buddhahood. Nichiren Buddhism makes the rare state of enlightenment accessible to all, irrespective of their social standing, nationality, or gender, through the practice of chanting Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo. The highest life condition of Buddhahood or enlightenment is characterized by boundless wisdom, infinite compassion, courage, joy, and complete freedom from the suffering of karma. The purpose of our faith and practice is to realize that state of eternal happiness. Since enlightenment is a life condition, to maintain we need to keep chanting and practicing diligently. Who is a Buddha? How can I manifest the life state of Buddhahood in my life? So, the Lotus Sutra states that every living being has the potential to become a Buddha. Simply put, a Buddha is one who is awakened to their life's highest potential, which is the state of Buddhahood. Through manifesting this potential inherent within our own life, one is able to positively transform every negative tendency and situation to create value in one's own life and that of others. Attaining Buddhahood, however, does not mean becoming a special being. In this state, we still continue to work against and defeat the negative functions of life and transform all difficulties into causes for further development. In spite of these difficulties, we can tap into the limitless power of our lives and not give in to defeat. The way of activating our Buddhahood is through sincerely chanting Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo. President Aikida says, our daily practice of Gonyo, reciting portions of the Lotus Sutra and chanting Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo, is a solemn ceremony in which our lives become one with the life of Buddha. By applying ourselves steadfastly and persistently to this practice, thank you for the confirmation, we firmly establish the world of Buddhahood in our lives so that it is solid and unshakable like the earth. So, what does the concept earthly desires lead to enlightenment mean in Buddhism? Buddhism is often associated with the need to eliminate desire and sever all attachments. However, Nichiren Buddhism teaches the principle of earthly desires are enlightenment, which means one can attain enlightenment without eliminating earthly desires. President Aikida states, earthly desires refer to suffering and to the desires and cravings that cause suffering, while enlightenment refers to happiness and enlightenment state of life. Desires are an integral part of our lives, and through our practice we are able to transform these into fuel for our happiness. When we chant Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo, we manifest our life state of Buddhahood in which we begin to view our desires, problems and worries differently. We no longer fear them, hope well from within our lives, and these very same problems propel us forward. President Aikida further explains, normally one would assume that earthly desires and enlightenment are separate and distinct, but this is not the case in Nichiren Buddhism, which teaches that only by igniting the firewood of problems and suffering can we obtain the flame of happiness. So, the greater our worries and suffering, through the power of chanting Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo, we can transform them into ever greater happiness, life force, and good fortune. When we carry out our practice sincerely, even the most mundane deluded impulse can be transformed into something nobler. This way, our desires will quite naturally develop from self focused ones to broader ones concerning our family, friends, communities, and ultimately the world. How does Buddhism view happiness in these, and is there any difference between relative happiness and absolute happiness? In Nichiren Buddhism, happiness is about both ourselves and others becoming happy together. We cannot be happy without others while others are suffering. Seeking personal happiness without any concern for others' happiness will not lead to genuine lasting happiness. Second, Soka Gakkai President Jose Toda said, becoming happy in yourself is not no great challenge. It's quite simple. But the essence of Nichiren Buddhism lies in helping others become happy too. When we courageously take action for the sake of others' well being, our own life force increases and our life state expands. Carrying out such a selfless practice is living the Buddha way. It's about transforming individual good to social good. So essentially, Nichiren Buddhism is about ensuring others' happiness as well as that of our actions and efforts. Further, Nichiren Buddhism talks about two kinds of happiness, relative and absolute. Relative happiness is fulfillment of our desires. Having a wonderful partner, fine children, it comes from getting the home or job we have longed for. Even fame and position in society, there is joy, even hallucination, but this is fleeting. Exhilaration, but this is fleeting. Transient kind or satisfaction becomes it. It is completely dependent on outward factors, our circumstances. These desires know no limit, and these a law can fade in an instant when we compare them with what others may have. However, through the practice of Nichiren Buddhism, we can achieve a state of true happiness that offers complete fulfillment, a state where one can proclaim and joy with joy and confidence that one is happy at all times, even in adverse circumstances. Such happiness is not transient. It endures through life's ups and downs and is known as absolute happiness. Absolute happiness is obtained by developing a state of life characterized by a powerful life force and rich wisdom that enables one to overcome any kind of hardship. It is a state of being in which living life itself is a joy. This is what is called attaining the state of Buddhahood. One can establish such a state through chanting nam-myo-ho-renge-kyo, exerting one in faith, practice, and study, and by working for the happiness of oneself and others. So that was quite a short chapter. So next time it will be on mentor and discipline. So until next time, take care.